Hi everyone, Mike Ballo with John L. Scott here, and today I'm with Don Snyder of Priority Home Lending.
Hey everybody.
So I'm just going to ask him a few questions, get to know Don a little bit better, and find out a little bit more about the company also.
All right, let's do this.
So how long have you been in the Spokane area?
I've been in Spokane for 2 years now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I grew up in the Tri-Cities. I've been all over Washington and Oregon, and recently came about 2 years ago from a stint in Texas.
Awesome. Where's your favorite place to eat in the area?
I would have to say my favorite place to eat is the Wandering Table over in Kendall Yards. So it's really creative food, and it's really well executed, and it's just a nice atmosphere to go hang out with friends.
Awesome. I haven't been there yet. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the trip.
All right. And what kind of hobbies do you have?
Work.
Besides that.
No, so I love taking my dogs out for hikes, and obviously there's trails all over the place around here. There's so many great places to take them out to, and other than that, it's really, cooking. I spend a lot of time cooking and working on my house. I bought a fixer-upper a few months ago, and just working on getting that all put back together.
Nice. Yeah, I see the videos on your Facebook, the time-lapse videos of you working on it all the time. Those are pretty cool.
Right, it's always fun. Makes it look a lot easier than it is.
What kind of dogs do you have?
I've got a Chiweenie and a Rat Terrier.
Oh, awesome.
My wife and I were living in an apartment when we got them, and so we had to have something really small that wasn't going to take up the whole place, and
right.
They fit the bill. So just a couple of little rescues. We don't know much about them, but we like them.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have a little Boston Terrier myself, so.
I love terriers, and Boston Terriers have the cutest faces.
Yeah, it's a cool dog. So let's get a little more into the mortgage side of things. With so many choices of places to get a mortgage, how does a buyer find the right one for them?
Well, I think that finding the right mortgage company is all about finding the right person to work with. I think that a great loan officer can make a not so great mortgage company look really good. And ultimately it's about your experience and making sure that you get the loan that best fits your long-term and your short-term needs. And so, in my opinion, the most important thing is finding somebody to work with who speaks to you on your level in a way that you understand and kind of anticipates the things that you're going to need to know. So it's about, how much cash are you going to bring into this transaction? How much is going to cost you every month? How much money are you spending on things that are not principal, right? So, we want to know what's the upfront cost, the monthly cost, and then the cost over 3 years, 5 years, 15 years, so that you can judge one loan program against the next. And, I think that no matter what the company is, there's going to be different loan options available, and the most important thing is to work with somebody who will show you those options side by side and what the benefits and the downsides of each one of those are compared to the others.
Yeah, that's amazing. When would you say is the right time to start the pre-qualification process?
The right time to start the pre-qualification process is as soon as you think that you might want to go shopping for a house. Because there's really no harm in starting the process early, but there is a lot of harm until waiting until the last minute.
Right.
So, you've been doing this for a while. If somebody decides that they want to buy this house that they saw today, wouldn't you say that it's probably too late if they're not already pre-approved?
In this market, yeah.
Right, they move so fast. But if you come in and meet with us in advance, and we can set you up for success and say, these are the options that we can provide to you, these are the things that it's going to take to get into this loan, then you can go out and shop with confidence and be ready to pick up the house that you really love when you first see it. Because there may not be another opportunity. So for some people, getting pre-approved can take hours or days or weeks. For other people, and particularly if you're a first-time home buyer and you've never been through this process before, there may be more preparation work than what you anticipate. And it's best to get in and find that out early. A good loan officer will always make you feel good about where you are, right? Because you're in there taking the first step. Sometimes it's like going to the gym, right? You may not be in the greatest shape, but you're taking the step in that right direction, right? And it's our job to encourage that and say, based on where you want to be, these are the steps that you need to take to get there. And for some people that can take a significant amount of time.
Right.
Others can just jump right into it. And so when you think that you're ready, sit down with the loan officer, or I should say, when you think you're ready to buy a house, sit down with the loan officer and see what it's going to take. Because there's no wrong time to do it. But if you're too late, it can definitely hurt your chances of getting the house that you really love.
Right. Yeah. I hate to see when a buyer falls in love with a place and then they try to get pre-approved. It just doesn't work, and then they miss out on that home. So yeah, it's a lot better to be prepared, know what direction to head. I agree completely.
Well, and I'm sure you've seen it. What if they fall in love with a home that's significantly outside of their price range?
Right. Yeah. I've definitely
and nothing
seen
compares
that too.
to that, right? It's hard to fall in love with something that's so much less expensive than the first thing you wanted.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to move the bar down from what you've already fell in love with.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So how long does it typically take for a loan from start to finish?
If we take out that pre-approval time and just say from you and a seller agree on the price for the house,
right,
and you move forward to closing, I don't think that there's a typical amount of time. You could say 30 days on average, right? Everybody should be able to close a loan in 30 days, no problem.
Okay.
If it's new construction, hey, who knows? I mean, we could be 6 or 9 months out.
Right.
But if there's a reason why both the buyer and the seller want to close quickly, for somebody that we've got well pre-approved, we could close in 10 business days.
Wow.
And that can be a really significant advantage in negotiating too.
Definitely. That could be huge.
Yeah, so there's really no typical.
Something quick.
It's just what's going to work for you, what's going to work for the seller.
Okay.
Do you already have your moving truck scheduled, or can we kind of mess around with the dates a little bit to make it convenient?
Right. So basically you're saying it should be under 30 days though.
Right. In an ideal situation, yes.
Right. Of course there's going to be variables, and sometimes you're not going to be able to meet that, but...
Yep. Okay. The lender should be able to guarantee a 30-day close. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Which I can do.
And then the final question here is, how often is a buyer updated on the loan progress with you?
So about weekly. I like to make Thursday update calls and let people know where we are in the process. If I've been talking with them several points throughout the week, they might not get a call on Thursday because they already know where they're at.
Right.
But communication is one of the most important elements to feeling confident and comfortable throughout the home buying process.
I agree.
So if you're left in the dark, it doesn't feel like no news is good news, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Not in this case.
Right. Well, and sometimes no news is really bad news because people are afraid to tell you what's going on. So for me, I want people to hear from me at least once a week. Sometimes it's through automated updates, emails that they'll get saying, hey, now your loan's in underwriting. Now your loan's cleared underwriting. Now the documents have been delivered to the closer. And then following that up at the really important touch points with a personal phone call to say, your appraisal came in as is, at value. Here's what that means to you. And here's why that should make you feel really good. Because you can't convey that as simply in an email.
Right.
So, but I think about once a week is typically pretty good as far as the consistency of communication.
Yeah, and that's great communication. Yeah, definitely.
How often do you call your customers?
I try to, like sellers listings, I try to, same thing, at least once a week, give them an update what's going on. But yeah, I try to stay in as much constant communication as possible.
Right, even those little updates just make a ton of difference.
Right, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking the time to sit down with me today. And if you're even thinking about purchasing a home and need a loan, give Don a call.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate your time.
Yeah. Have a great day.